While the Kansas City Chiefs were staging yet another Super Bowl comeback against the 49ers, the halftime show was the talk of the internet as Usher put on an early 2000s performance millennials and anyone over 25 thoroughly enjoyed. But during that performance, one moment stood out among all the rest as Usher caressed the female R&B superstar Alicia Keys, who just so happens to be married to another international superstar, Swizz Beatz. Now, we all know these people are performers, but one question looms overhead as we're all thinking, is it okay for a married woman, regardless of profession, to allow another man to caress her from behind? Swizz did weigh in on the matter, stating that he was okay with the performance and switching the topic to another focus like her dress. But all men in America vehemently disagree with him. In fact, even Boosie and Gervonta Davis chimed in on the matter. We all know Usher is a player for real, but there's something to be said about how he interacts with his married female co-stars, especially on stage. Y'all remember what happened to Kiki's relationship after she jumped on stage with him? All men, including myself, can agree that if our woman was on stage acting like that, we'd have some strong words for Usher and her backstage. Granted, this was a performance. That doesn't excuse what looks like attraction between the two. Let's not forget, Alicia did say Swizz gave her the ick back in the day.
It seemed like Swizz had gotten to that place with you, but it seems like he did the unthinkable because he turned what was the ick into now what you're calling your kindred spirit. How on God's green earth did this man turn the tide and overcome the ick in you to now have you speak this highly of him?
I gotta give it to you. He did. He was on my ick. That's how I say it?
Yeah. He gave you the ick.
He definitely gave me the ick.
This seems like a case of a woman who settled for someone else that is not her match per se, but exposes her innate attraction to what seemingly is her match. Ironically enough, I believe this theory holds true for other women elsewhere. They tend to settle with the guys that don't drive them wild in the bedroom or overall attraction, while the man they truly want refuses to settle down. I'm not saying this is exactly Alicia's case, but it doesn't take a psychologist to see there's some level of flirtation going on here. As men, it's important for us to learn the true nature of women, because honestly, not every woman would allow this. Beyonce sure didn't during her performance with Usher, but also, he didn't even try it. This just goes to show that some women will allow the buffoonery, but also welcome it too. I'm looking at you, Kiki. It's also important to learn the nature of guys like Usher. Not in a maniacal way, but based off his track record with women, and albeit he's now engaged, he does have a way with women beyond his music. A type of charisma all men could pick up and add to their Riz repertoire. Their interaction is actually a great lesson in what true chemistry looks like. And another lesson that it is in fact not okay to hug eggplant pressed to yams, especially if you're a married woman.
Usher gotta chill.
Man, you don't think so, bro?
I know so.
Bro, that is a man's wife, bro.
That's a fact.
Like, you cannot put your genitals on the back of a man's wife, bro. First of all, it wasn't planned because the reaction on her face,
right.
It was like, I know he just didn't. She was like, and if it was planned, she would have had a time to ask her husband, was it okay? Right. And both of them would have said no because they know what social media will do to something like that. She got snucker punched, bro. You see the expression? You saw that expression? She was caught off guard. Yeah. And people can say I'm insecure all the fuck they want.
That ain't insecure.
That ain't insecure. It's boundaries. Wife. That is his wife.
That's a fact.
Ain't putting his nutsack on back of my. Did you?
Fellas, if you agree, hit me with a like and a sub. But what do you say? Do you think Usher went too far? Let your thoughts be heard in the comments below. And if you're still hung up on your ex, feel free to take a look at the video here.